You've asked your toddler to put on their shoes, and without a second thought, they shout, "No." You try again, explaining why it's important. "We need to go to the park." But the response is still the same. No. And it doesn't stop there. It happens with food, bath time, getting dressed, leaving the house. It seems like everything you ask for is met with the same frustrating, defiant answer. It's easy to feel overwhelmed or even defeated. Your child's refusal seems like an intentional challenge, doesn't it? You might wonder, why is my child being so difficult? Why are they acting like this? The truth is, their behavior is likely not about being difficult at all. It's about something much deeper. But the real reason might not be what you think. Almost every loving parent has faced this. Your child refuses something, and what do? We might try repeating ourselves. "I said, put your shoes on, please." You may try negotiating. "If you put your shoes on, we can go to the park. You like the swings, right?" Or you might find yourself threatening. "If you don't put those shoes on, we're not going anywhere." Sometimes we explain too much. You need to wear shoes because it's cold outside, and you'll catch a cold without them. Don't you want to stay healthy? And then, of course, there's losing our patience. "I can't keep telling you, just put your shoes on." If any of this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Parents do these things out of love and concern, hoping that our children will listen and comply. But here's why these strategies don't work, and why they often end up making the situation worse. When we repeat ourselves, negotiate, or threaten, we're essentially putting pressure on the child to comply in ways that don't honor their growing sense of independence. We're also likely triggering their emotional defenses. The more we push, the more they resist. It's like an invisible tug-of-war, and they're pulling harder because they're learning to assert their autonomy. When we explain too much or lose patience, it often comes across as overwhelming or frustrating for them, which only makes them more defiant. The truth is, toddlers aren't being defiant just to upset us. They're trying to understand their world and their place in it. So what's actually happening in your child's brain? At this age, toddlers are going through a massive development phase. Their brains are still maturing, especially when it comes to emotional regulation, attention control, and understanding the concept of autonomy. One big piece of the puzzle is that a toddler's brain is still learning how to shift attention. They have trouble focusing on one thing at a time, and often they simply can't understand why they should stop doing what they're doing to do what we ask. This isn't laziness or defiance, it's a normal developmental stage. Emotional regulation is another challenge. Young children can't yet manage their emotions like adults can. When a child says no, it's often a way of expressing that they feel overwhelmed or that they want to assert control over their actions. The desire for independence is growing, and that little word no is a way to claim it. The tricky part here is the paradox of control. As parents, we want to guide our children, but toddlers are naturally learning to push back, to say no to test their limits. It's their way of figuring out where they fit into the world. Their brain is developing at a rapid pace, but it's not yet equipped to fully manage everything we ask of them. And let's not forget about their nervous system. Toddlers experience heightened emotions. What we might see as a simple refusal could be a child overwhelmed by their feelings. They may struggle to cope with the intensity of the emotions they're feeling in a given moment. All of this means that the no is a natural, necessary part of their development, not something to be feared or punished. So, what's the better way to handle this? The key is connection and co-regulation. This is where we stay calm, grounded, and emotionally present for our children. It's not about forcing compliance. It's about helping them manage their emotions and navigate their desire for autonomy. Here are the steps to take. Acknowledge their feelings. Instead of getting frustrated, try to acknowledge their emotions first. You could say, "I see you don't want to put on your shoes right now. It's hard when you don't feel like doing something, isn't it?" This shows your child that you understand their feelings, and it helps to calm their emotional state. Offer choices. Giving toddlers some control over their decisions helps them feel empowered. Instead of just saying, "Put on your shoes," you could offer two choices. Do you want to wear your red shoes or your blue shoes? This taps into their need for autonomy while still guiding them toward the desired action. Set clear, gentle expectations. Once they've calmed down, gently remind them of what needs to be done. You can say, "It's time to put on our shoes so we can go to the park and play. Do you want to do that, or do you need a few more minutes to finish your puzzle?" This approach shows that you're giving them space while keeping the end goal clear. Use simple, calm language. When you're firm about your expectations, keep your words simple and matter of fact. "We need to go now. It's time for shoes." This gives them a sense of structure without sounding controlling or nagging. Stay consistent but flexible. Children thrive on routine, but they also need flexibility. If they continue resisting, stay calm and consistent in your response. Over time, they'll learn to trust that you will guide them through challenging moments without losing your patience. Real-life example. You ask your toddler to put on their shoes. They say, "No." Instead of repeating yourself or getting upset, you calmly respond, "I see you're not ready to put on your shoes yet. It's okay to feel that way. You can choose your favorite shoes today, red or blue." This gives them a sense of choice and control. Once they're calm, you gently say, "Now it's time to go. Let's put on your shoes and head out to the park." Now let's talk about what to expect. Day 1. The resistance is real. Your child may still push back, and you might feel like you're not getting anywhere. That's normal. Week 1, testing. Expect some trial and error. They'll test the new approach to see if you're consistent and whether it really works. Week 2, improvement. By now, you should start noticing a shift. They may begin to understand that their no isn't an end. It's just the beginning of a conversation. There won't be any instant transformations, but small steps forward are signs of progress. Children don't need louder parents. They need calmer ones. They need parents who can help them navigate the challenges of growing up with patience and understanding. They don't need us to control their every move. They need us to guide them with warmth and empathy. When you approach these moments with calmness, you show your child how to handle their own emotions. And in the process, you'll build a foundation of trust, respect, and love that will last a lifetime. Remember, the goal isn't to make them always say yes. It's to help them learn to navigate the no's with understanding and support. That's where real growth happens. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I really appreciate your support. If you found this helpful, please take a quick second to like the video and share it with anyone who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this every week. Have a fantastic day.